Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and it is time for the second video of Yearly Favourites Week 2024 as I bring you my top 10 compilations from last year in bass music. So yeah, basically if you've watched these videos before, these year-end lists that I do on the channel at the end of each year, you will have noticed that usually this is 15 when this year it's 10. I just wanted to refine this list in particular a little bit just to make it a little bit more condensed and concentrated when it comes to quality. And you know, 10, it's a lovely nice round number, isn't it? So we'll settle for that, we'll go with that. I think that works. Concerning this particular list, any one label can have multiple compilations in this list, in this video, because you know, for a different compilation you got different artists involved, you might have a different theme for the different compilations, all that kind of thing. Basically enough to kind of single each compilation out if they're coming from the same label. That's usually the case, and every compilation that is in this list to be considered must have at least 7 tracks in it. Going upwards here from 10 to number 1, with a further 10 honourable mentions coming just before that, which we're about to get into, which are ordered in alphabetical order by way of the label name or the artist name. If it's a remix compilation, those are included as well here. All that's left to say is that if you've got a favourite compilation or compilations from last year in bass music, please do drop them in the comments down below. Let's get the discussion going. That is the best bit. But yeah, here we go. Without any further ado, the honourable mentions for the 10 best compilations list in bass music from 2024. I will see you guys in a bit. Hey, those were the honourable mentions. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe saw a couple in there that you will have enjoyed. I imagine there were a couple because some of those were quite popular from last year, but yeah, do let me know below which ones of those you enjoyed also. But kicking off with the main list now, at number 10 we have Interim Season 7 from Interval Audio, which is just an incredible mix, genuinely incredible, I can't mean that enough, of different kinds of dubstep that we get across this compilation. And it really is a good kind of exhibition and does showcase, I think, the reach and the capability of modern dubstep, this compilation, and that is definitely the main reason that I love it. There are loads, and I mean loads, of cracking tunes on this compilation, from Stabby to Invective to Kaifu to Bale's Will and Disinity to Hattori and Makenix and many more beyond that. And yeah, it's just Interval yet again showcasing the very best of the underground, and it was another year where they put out quite a few compilations, and this one for me was mile and away the best. So yeah, it's a good one. After that, at number 9 we have Copandorum with Re-Arrival, which is the remix compilation for his 2023 album Arrival. Yeah, this is definitely without doubt one of the best remix compilations in bass music from last year, and actually I think the compilation that grew on me the most over the course of last year, because when I first heard it, have to admit, wasn't the biggest fan, didn't find that many tracks that I was enjoying, but the more I heard it, the more I went back to it, and yeah, there's a lot of good material here, like a lot. There's loads of variety, which I think is really good for a remix compilation, and 14 cuts that we get here, so a decent amount, but also that it stays quite true to the essence of Copandorum and his sound, which is exactly what you want, I think, for a remix compilation for a given album from one artist. Even the Smother remix at the very beginning just sounds like the beginning to a Copandorum album, and that kicks it off perfectly. I mean, the Lumpaskitty remix does stand out a little bit in that regard, but it's also quite funny having it there as a little bit of respite, just a little bit of humour within the darker context that the compilation provides. But yeah, it's very good, loads of good remix material on this compilation, and definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Then at number 8 we have the drum and bass label Nexus Sound with Horizon, which is basically just a lot of drum and bass quality compressed and condensed and squashed into an 11-track kind of frame, which is what this compilation is about. And yeah, I think I could boil it down as well. Just this compilation just showcases some of the craziest sound usage that I've heard all year, bar none, easily. I really love when D&B gets taken into this kind of outer worldly, alien-like realm where you almost can't kind of comprehend what you're listening to. It just sounds so weird and spooky and like something that would absolutely kind of invade the world that you live on and completely tear it to shreds. So yeah, the imagery is very much there, but it's also the perfect mix of colour and freshness, but then menace and evil and just things that are a little bit uncomfortable. So yeah, really does take you to another world, this one, and again, really nicely packaged into 11 cuts, like I said, and well worth checking out again if you haven't yet. Moving on, number 7, we have Alter Ego with Alter Ego Volume 3. And this one for me, I think, showcases one of the very best openings to a compilation that we got last year. The opening kind of 4 or 5 or so that we get here, completely manic, and really does set it on its way, the compilation, and leaving you just wanting to hear more basically and stick through the whole thing. And that opening 5 that really does give it a good start, featuring the likes of Hex Cougar, Asian, Scullion, Vari and more. It's that futuristic new age trap sound that is all the rage at the moment for artists, labels, collectives and much more within the bass scene, and you can find that in abundance on this compilation. I think as you go on, it's got nice bits of reflection as well, just to give it that little bit, you know, taking the edge off a little bit as the compilation goes on, which is good. But yes, a lot of good here, both heavy and a little bit lighter, and worth your time again if you haven't heard it yet. Coming in at number 6, we have Exobolt 11 from Exobolt, which is just another bumper collection of joy and happiness and colour and radiance, and with a load of creativity and innovation, forward-thinking ideas, arrangement, all of that good stuff to go with that. They're just incredibly consistent, I think, Exobolt, with these compilations in particular. I think they had my number 1 last year, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the case. And to have another top 10 the year after is just mad impressive, so fair to them. And it's also the fact that they're kind of flying the colour-based flag in the way that they are, taking up that mantle whilst Rushdown a little bit, well, relatively inactive, not really releasing at the moment, taking up that position as the colour-based label, I think, at the moment, which is great, and just continuing to do mad things for that particular subgenre and community. So yeah, another fantastic comp right here. Following on from there at number 5, we have the Awakening Compilation 01 from Awakening Records. This is another compilation, in my opinion, that really benefits from getting off to a fantastic start. The opening 3 that we get here in particular just really grip you from the very beginning, and that just leaves you as the listener kind of wanting more, wondering what else we're going to get across the compilation, and it really does deliver as it goes on as well, because the difference here is that the quality is more consistent as we go through the compilation, and it's more of that kind of new age trap sound for the most part, but there's more variety in there as well, and impressively kind of attention grabbing and engaging, considering that we're talking about 23 cuts here. Good track listing, good track ordering, and good choice of artists for this compilation, I would say. Awakening Records, yeah. Okay, moving closer now at number 4, my 4th favourite, or maybe in my opinion the 4th best compilation from bass music in 2024, and that is We Are Deadbeats Volume 6 from Deadbeats. And the thing that I love most about this compilation is that for me, it just sounds like a really good representation and reflection of exactly what Deadbeats are about, what they stand for, what their thing is, if you know what I mean. Like, I hear this compilation and throughout the whole thing I'm just like, yeah, that is Deadbeats through and through. And for me, that is exactly what this kind of compilation should be, where you've got the label name in the compilation title. It's like, yes, this is exactly what Deadbeats is about. That's what it should be in my eyes. Zed's Dead and Chi is a fantastic way to kick the compilation off, really compelling, and I can't quite believe that combination hadn't been done before. Their sounds work together so well. You've got loads of other good collaborations in there. You've got good solo tracks from the likes of Abstract Sonance, Chief Kaya, Don Jamal and more. And again, whenever I hear it, I do just think of Deadbeats, whether I'm going through it front to back or hearing it in little pockets here and there. It just screams big wubby energy, and that is what Zed's Dead, both past and present, are all about. A collection that I can see myself going back to as the years go on as well. So got a bit of a timeless factor about it. Yeah, big fan. Then at number 3, we have another remix compilation, and a pretty big one at that, at 26 tracks. But I think for me anyway, and for many others hearing this compilation, the quality is there for anyone to hear. And that is Digital Artifice recompiled by Turnian Sound, another remix compilation for a particular album. And for me, I think even just looking through the track list here and looking at the names involved is enough to get any fan of bass music, I think, incredibly excited. The multitude of influences here, the reworking of original ideas and concepts and ways of making a drop, an introduction, an outro. It's just that compilation, I think, or that body of work from the whole of last year, where I look at it and I just think, this is what bass music is about. You know, just getting so many people together, having a load of amazing forward-thinking ideas, and saying, yeah, there they are, have a look and see what you can do with them, and most of them just being incredible results in themselves of the 26 that we get here. Just so much talent, so much expertise, creativity on show here, again, across what is quite a lengthy compilation. You might say, little bit of a slog, but genuinely there is enough quality here to keep it ticking along pretty effectively, and that in itself is just extremely impressive. So yeah, Digital Artifice recompiled, it is just great. Okay, coming in at number 2, we have what is for me easily the best remix compilation of the year, of last year in bass music, which you'll say is quite a feat given how highly I was talking about the Turnian Sound one just now. But yeah, this is one of the very best from a particular remix series that this compilation is a part of. And I think we've been talking quite a bit with these remix compilations in this video about just the reworking of original ideas and how that can be such an effective way of getting your own idea across. And when it comes to that thing in particular, this compilation is levels. Like, it is serious levels that you're just like continually floored, track on track within this compilation. And that is the Resonance 7 from Noisia. I mean, you'd think that this compilation series would get a little bit boring by now, given how long it's gone on and how many of them there have been. You'd think the novelty might have worn off, but the thing with Noisia is that they're so legendary that they can literally ask whoever they want to remix their classic tunes, which is what this compilation series is all about. And people would kind of jump at that in a heartbeat because it's Noisia, do you know what I mean? And if I'm going to be completely frank, long may it continue, because this is cream of the crop shit right here. Nicely contained as well at 12 tracks with this compilation, not kind of overdoing it with the amount going on that we have in terms of the amount of tracks on that compilation, just concentrated, varied as well, lest I forget, quality, and with some of the very best remixes from the whole of last year on this compilation as well. We're talking about Zardonic, we're talking about Zone, we're talking about Eptic, you know, just a lot of good stuff. Many more beyond that as well, within the 12 that we get. So, yeah, just more very good Noisia refashioning on this compilation, and I am so very, very here for it. But coming in at number 1, in my eyes, the very best bass compilation from last year, it is the undoubted number 1 for me. No competition, no questions asked. And it's extremely rare, I will say, that you get 7, 8, 9 plus tracks from a compilation where you're like, I hear that and straight away again, I feel compelled just to check it out straight away again. And that is exactly what we get, in my opinion, with Sable Valley Summer Volume 5 from Sable Valley. I mean, this is proper star quality that we get right here, where you basically get the consistency with the theme matching the consistency of the idea production, the arrangement, everything that comes with that, to the point where basically it feels like a cohesive body of work that could have been done by one person. I mean, first of all, talking about the very top that we get here, whether it's Lizdek or Nakray or Strobes and Twonsky or Olivers or Godlands, Odd Language, Silkro and Caption. But then also just below that, most of the rest are also very, very good, whether it's Tiaro or Malix or Vari or Asian. Like, the standard here is just, it's just completely mad. Basically, for a collection of music to be 19 tracks and be this exciting and this kind of engaging from start to finish is just incredibly impressive. And we were talking about the noisier compilation just before, which is also elite. It's also very, very good, but 7 fewer tracks, so that makes this one automatically for me much more kind of impressive. And also the fact that this one is originals, which is also for me just that little bit more impressive than remixes, and just gives it that little bit more of an edge. So yeah, only ever one answer for me here, with this compilation being number 1, Sable Valley Summer Volume 5, my undoubted gold medal when it comes to compilations in 2024 in bass music. But there we have it, guys, my top 10 compilations in bass music from 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Now I want to hear from you guys. What was your favourite compilation from last year in bass music? Is it one? Is it multiple? I want to hear everything that you have to say. Also on my list, drop it all in the comments section down below. Next up, we've got top 20 EPs from the last year in bass music, so do look out for that. Do subscribe if you want to be tuned in for that and know when this video drops. You can hit the notification bell along the way also. And please do drop the video a like. It helps me out a lot and it costs you guys nothing. So yeah, would massively appreciate if you could do that as well. But yeah, again, hope you enjoyed this video. This is number 2 of 5. 3 more to go and very excited to show you guys all of those as well. See you in the next one. Peace!